Generic greetings and welcome to Battletech. This is quite honestly one of my most anticipated titles of recent times, and I don't say that lightly. Essentially, the game is a turn-based strategy where you have a bunch of stompy mechs with big guns, and you will verse other similar-sized stompy mechs with big guns, naturally, either in a open-ended campaign, a single-player skirmish, or in 1v1 multiplayer. Sadly, there ain't multiplayer, as in like 2v2 or comp stomp stuff yet. Hopefully, that'll be added later on, but I digress. It's a game that I've played several times and featured on the channel, actually. I featured the backer beta many times. I think I've got about 20-25 hours on that little beta alone, and on this, which is the full release, I've got about 10 hours as of the time recording, so I've put a lot of hours into it, and there was no doubt in my mind that I was going to do a full series on it. I don't know whether it would be to completion, but that's why we're here. We're just going to crack on with the campaign and see how far we get. The thing about the campaign, it's not just about the fights, you've also got a whole economy system and building of mechs, which is, I think, what a lot of people will be interested in as well. Because not just do we have to worry about the fighting on the ground, we also have to worry about our margins, so we can't just get, 2 or 3 mechs wrecked and win the fight, because we might lose more money doing that. It's best to pull out, and you have to repair mechs and buy different stuff and upgrade them, and it's got a lot of depth to it, as well as obviously upgrade your characters and stuff. So yeah, let's just click on campaign. We're going to say new, and we will fire straight on into this one now. Obviously, the first maybe couple of episodes will be going through the tutorial-y type stuff, which tells us where to go and what to do, and sort of sets up the story, because it is an open-ended game, and it is a game that once you get past the first couple of missions, you are sort of free to do your own thing and choose the jobs you want. You are mercenaries, basically. Obviously, spoiler alert in all this one, there will be massive amounts of spoilers, so if you don't want that, then basically fair warning has been given. Also, I just have to point out this music. Superb. Absolutely amazing. It genuinely would be a lesser game without this. I can't say I would buy it just for the music, like if I didn't like turn-based strategy when I buy it for that, but I would certainly look at the OST. I think getting the soundtrack and buying that, yeah, I think I'll probably go with that one. I can't remember who the composer is, but I think they did the same. I think they did Shadowrun as well, Shadowrun Returns, Dragonfall, and Hong Kong, which is, it's all harebrained schemes anyway, which is obviously the developer of this, published by Paradox and all that. Anyway, this is going to be the intro, so I will shut up and have a sip of beverage while it cracks on. There's Mech Stompy Beverage, whatever that means, is a nice cup of tea.
I am Kamea of House Arano, High Lady of the Oregon Reach, Protector of Coromadir, and the Sword of Restoration. But I am not a hero, no matter what the stories say.
It's Princess Amidala.
A hero would have sacrificed more, compromised less. A hero would have done better. You know this, of course. You were there. My father used to tell me stories about the ancient times, about the Star League, a golden age of prosperity, upheld by the great MechWarriors of old, guardians of the innocent, protectors of the peace. I always dreamed of following in their footsteps. I was too young to see the truth of things. After all, it wasn't heroism or a noble cause that won me the throne. It was hiring a mercenary, skilled enough, perhaps ruthless enough, to carry the day. Hiring you.
That sounds legit.
I still don't know if you fought for honor or for the thrill of it, for belief in my cause, or just in my money. But whether it was your noble heart or mercenary mind, your actions gave us hope. That makes you a hero in the eyes of history. Whether you believe it, that's up to you.
Money. It's all about the money, obviously. That's the thing. That's why it's open-ended. You can choose to go different ways. I haven't completed the campaign, by the way. I should point this out. I'm about 8 hours into it, so I'm doing all the free stuff. I'm just happy like playing it. The moment to moment of the fighting is where it's at for me. Anyway, so the Oregon Reach, a lot of text. I'm not going to go through it all. Essentially, this is our story. This is where we begin. Let's create our character. So our family came from. So you've got lots of different houses, essentially. It is really banging the Game of Thrones gong, which, to be fair, this, you know, it has all that. I can't say I've been deep into the Battletech universe. I mean, I've been around it for 20 plus years. I mean, the whole point is that I have played the tabletop version many times, many years ago, actually, not in recent times, sadly, but and a lot of friends are very into this sort of thing, so I've sort of been in and around that world, but yeah, I couldn't tell you a lot about these ones. But anyway, we've got Draconis Combine, Free Worlds Lead, which is Merrick. You know what we might go for? Probably something like RimWorld. It gives us bonuses to, like, when you're talking and things like that. So there is no easy way to characterize MechWarriors hailing from the RimWorld periphery. There can be anything from petty thugs to ruthless tacticians, skilled and honorable warriors. Maybe. Well, the deep periphery are rare, but even rare as a MechWarrior admit is such origin. So you're basically on the raggedy edge. Oh yeah, let's go for that. That sounds good. So we have currently of noble birth. Really? Fine. I guess we don't have much choice of that one. So, although immigrants to the Oregon Reach, your family soon established a comfortable presence in a small backwater system on the edge of Oregon space. And older child, and we now have the family's ancestral BattleMech, an age-old Blackjack BJ1. Okay, that's fairly garbage. This is where you meet Raju Mastiff Montgomery. What a name! A veteran of the Succession Wars, whom your parents hired for a season to train you as a MechWarrior. So there he is there. Nice. So that's our tutor. We now have the day after your 16th birthday, when you were exiled, struck out on your own, family went bankrupt, family died in an accident, or your family was betrayed. What about just cracking on? But these give you again, not only options when you are talking, but also statistical bonuses, so gunnery and tactics. Just off the top of my head, but we'll go into the details later on. Oh, it actually tells us there anyway. Gunnery is to do with shooting. Tactics is to do with called shots, as well as indirect weapons, so LRMs, long-range missiles, when you don't have line of sight. You've also got piloting, which gives us bonuses to sprint distance and things like that, I believe, or reduced threshold of stability as well, or falling over and things. And then you've also got guts, which reduces penalty for weapon recoil, increases threshold of heat triggers on overheated, and also maximum health on MechWarriors, because when you get hit now, originally when the backup beta was there, you could get essentially hit twice. First one wounded, second one I think you would fall over. You'd go incapacitated. Whereas now you've got multiple hits, and when like you have like ammo explosions, it'll damage you. So that's it gives it a little bit more depth than just, you know, the binary combination of fine or dead. So we'll say, should we say exiled? Committed an unforgivable transgression and was sentenced to life in exile. Okay, gunnery and tactics. Struck out on your own, piloting tactics. Wanted for nothing, turns out you couldn't spend a life of pampered nobility, and we struck out on our own. Our family went bankrupt. I don't really know. Family died in an accident. That's a bit... No, maybe not. Your family was betrayed and a seat of power destroyed. Yeah, I think that sounds more interesting. We'll go for next. And so we're out on our own. You fell into the life of a... Oregon Coalition soldier, frontier pirate, Solaris gladiator, so just fighting in the ring, Innisphere mercenary, don't want a mercenary life, no. A frontier freelancer, yeah, we'll do some freelancing. And so there we go. So until years later, you cross paths with Mastiff once again. We're just going to call him Mastiff from now on. So so while running a routine patrol of local government on the outskirts of the Oregon Reach, you were set upon by pirates and left for dead. Raju happened to be visiting the capital city and picked up your distress call. That's convenient. Upon rescuing you, he offered you a job at House Arano Royal Guard. Sweet. So we've got our Blackjack, and we've obviously already met Lady Camellia Arano next, and we have portraits to deal with, so we'll go with they, he, she, well, he. So call sign Generickson, and first name Derek, second name random Derek Anthony, you know, yeah, Adura Dickerson, Gang, Derek Campbell, sound like a bloody painter and decorator. Let's deal with the pictures first, so we can customize our character. Not going to spend too much time on this one. Let's just go for that, and we'll say customize. Makeup 1 and 2. You can get like tattoos, like all sorts of stuff and scars. Wait, let's go with like yeah, there we go. Hairstyle. You've got bed head. You've got hang on, can I turn the head? I think you can turn the head. Yes, you can. No, I think that one's probably okay. We'll keep going on the hairstyle. See what we got there. Oh, like an old man type thing. Ponytail, and good grief, it's, yeah. Jim Butcher. There we go. It doesn't really matter for the rest one. Bit of grizzled stubble expression. Did I leave the oven on? That's that one that expression is. And a different complexion as well. Nah, that'll do us. Okay. Hair roots. Oh god, can you go green and stuff? We'll say. Should we go like grey? It's like a grey colour. It's more like blue. Can we change the lighting? Yes, we can. There we go. This reminds me of Eve, actually. This is what like Eve Online was like back in the day. Let's go with that one there. Eyes pink. No, let's go with like a... Go blue. Skin, yeah, whatever. Lips, black. Got something less... Oh, good grief. We'll head to Whitby for the Goth weekend. We'll stick with none. I think that's just none, isn't it? And that'll do it. Okay. Derek Nath. That's alright. That's not bad. And next. So, there we go. There's our character. Gunnery 3, piloting 2, tactics 3, guts 3. Generally alright, I think. Obviously, we don't want to be walking over some dodgy terrain because we'll fall over. And we've got, so, deep periphery. Your family was betrayed and murdered. Hang on. Did I pick that one? I thought I picked something else. Start over. Deep periphery. Family went bankrupt. Oh. Family betrayed and seats power destroyed. Oh, okay, right, yeah, that was the one. My mistake. Right, so frontier, freelancer, all that's been kept. Next, and boomf. There we go. Okay. That is a nice beverage. More cinematics. The High Lord. Tamati Arano II is dead. Oregon Reach left an uncertain crossroads. Once prosperous, now a kingdom of decline, surrounded by... Can't read fast enough. Lord Santiago Espinosa, the brother-in-law to the late High Lord, is convinced that the slow-moving council of the founding houses must be dissolved. Oh yeah, that can only go well. However, the High Lord's heir, Lady Kamara Arano, is determined to rebuild the Reach without transforming it into an authoritarian state. It refuses to enact their uncle's directive and has rebuked his vehement pleas to reconsider. On the morning of Lady Arano's ascension to the throne, her loyal captain of the guard, Mastiff, makes preparations to escort her to safety. The coronation process that awaits in Cordia City. Cool. So it's a travelling job, and very tutorial-y, if I remember rightly. What a surprise. It's good, that. I mean, come on, I've got like nearly 30 hours on the game, and I don't need tutorial. I've even brought 2 beverages along with me. This is, I've just had the coat, that's a warm beverage, that's a nice cup of tea. We've got some, what is this? Oh, it's strawberry milkshake, yeah. Brought 2 along, one warm, one cold. Because the warm one would get cold if we waited too long. Anyway, so, loading in, and we actually get to do some game, which is good. But the thing is, I do like the character creation stuff, because it means like you can run through it again, because it's open-ended, and you can do different stuff, different characters, get different options and such. As well as the events that take place on the ground affect the, we'll call it the space stuff, basically all of the economy stuff and mech building and stuff. So it matters. Okay, so this is where we're going to be told how to move stuff around. Yes, I can move the camera. I am well aware on how to do that. There's that done. We need to scroll around. Yeah, we can turn around. That's our mech. Hang on. That's us there. There you go. Okay, Gene Erickson, I heard Espinosa Reef at yards, rush the repairs on your blackjack. Good, okay. Tell me about how to move. We know how to move. Yes, let's click on our mech, and we will move around.
I wasn't completely honest with you the other day. There's gonna be more to this job than escort duty.
Good. So, I brought you here because there's something wrong in the capital. Looks like the actuators are all working. That's fine.
I was saying, I can't prove anything, but my gut tells me something's off.
There's 2 urban mechs.
Warrior trust their instincts.
It's a bit annoying that some of it is voiced and some of it isn't, especially in the space stuff. I would have liked it to be just a little bit extra for that one, but you know, shame. Anyway, so we are now we're technically in combat, but the initiative bar is not really lit up. This is the initiative bar, goes from 5 to 1, and the higher initiative the better, obviously, because you go first, or potentially better, not always better, but you can delay. And now we can shoot at these 2 mechs here, which are urban mechs, if memory serves, but these are just called test dummies there. So you can see when I mouse over on the mechs, by the way, the red line represents like what we can shoot. And well, we're in line of sight. If it's a overarching line, it means that it's going to be indirect. There's only none of my weapons can fire indirectly, so that doesn't really matter. If you have partial obstruction, you will see like a little eyeball, and then I believe it's like a thinner line, or it might be dotted, but it's different to show you that it is partially obstructed, as well as what else we need to know. The chance to hit, which is on the right hand side, as you can see, it says 95% chance. It's a stationary target dummy. We click on that and we don't really need to worry about it. Also, where we're going to hit does show as well. You can see that the arc of our shots will be shown. So both of these in the front, but if I went to this side here, that guy will probably be in the front, but he'll be in the side, and that does matter because you can see I'm going to shoot all the front on this one. So the potential shots are all of the front of the mech, whereas if I was on the left hand side, or I was further on this left to his right, then I would be able to hit the other side. I wouldn't be able to hit the other bits. And then you've also got rear as well, which if you can get a rear shot, then you do want to take it. You can mouse over parts and it'll show you how much armor is there. In this case, as you can see, it's 1 armor. S is 1, which is structure 1 of 50, and armor 1 of 1. So yeah, it's all kinds of broken. So I'm not even going to fire all of these guns because it will use up, generate heat. So I'm just going to fire the lasers like that, and you can see the heat I'm going to generate there. Let's just fire that one, and it's just going to explode it straight away. And boom. So structure destroyed. CT is central torso, LA left arm, LT left torso. You get the idea. Enemy mech is now destroyed rated. So there we go. A good shot. The guns are working at least. Yes, they are. And then we have another target dummy, which is something new for this version. I've never seen this in the back of beta. It's like a little tanks and stuff. They generally die in a couple of hits if you get through the armor. However, they can still pack a punch, so you have to watch out for those. So Mastiff, I've been training Lady Arano since she was 14 years old. Cool. Lady Victoria, well, only be training going to be for a single season, but she's already shaped herself one of the strongest MechWarriors I've seen. That's another person involved. Anyway, we should check our targeting computer. I will check the targeting computer.
And her late father, High Lord Tamati, was a good friend.
Okay, so here we go, shooting the target dummy. You can see I didn't go through the armor there. That's a bit naughty. So, round 2, it's going to drive around. I don't think it's going to shoot back.
No punches, but she's been a loyal companion to Kamea since they were kids. Aside from you, there's no one I'd rather have by my side in a fight.
Yeah, that's Victoria. So we're going to fire everything. There's the camera zooming in. One of the I wouldn't say a bigger problem, but one of the more noticeable problems with the game, and it's not a perfect thing by any means, the game. Let's not kid ourselves here. It's the camera. It's just like XCOM. Now and again, it can be problematic at times. Like following a mech, and then the camera goes through the ground, or it'll look at wrong places. And sometimes when the shots fire, it's just a bit iffy. Nice shot anyway. So I don't know how familiar you are with the Oregon politics, but the Reach was badly shaken by the death of that bloke. Head to fire and jump jets. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, so after the High Lord died, it's all a bit iffy. I think that generally happens when you've got, you know, houses and caste systems and stuff, and the person in charge dies. Oh dear, we've generated far too much heat. There we go.
Jets build a lot of heat, and that was
not that
more
much.
than your engine could handle. Get on into that water. We need to get you cooled off.
Right, so I have now generated too much heat, as you can see, so we are going to overheat and we will take damage, and you can get critical ammo explosions, things like that, when you're overheating, so you generally don't want to. Let's just go in the water, and that will cool us down, so... there we go. And also, there's one over there. So, warning, plasma leak detected, jump jet malfunction. So, we've now got... the jump jacks now made inoperable. So that's what you get for insisting on a rush job. Yes, yes, yes. So let's move on. Anytime we can't have the jets replaced, we don't really need to. So, do we want to do some melee? Check the melee target rectangle line enemy or press V to cycle through the targets, then click the attack button. So we're going to go there. I generally just use move and you mouse over and you can see the you can see for a start the icon changes. It goes from the small to the large there. I mean, I think that happens anywhere. But on the right hand side you can see melee is lit up. When I click on that, I also will have options if I had more movement to go to different angles. So front, side, rear. If you've got a very fast mech, then obviously you want to run around the back and punch them. They also are on defended there, but I don't really care. I'm just going to run up and hit it because, well, quite frankly, I don't have much choice because tutorial. Anyway, so we'll go for a bit of a headbutt, and oh dear, that was fairly critical there. So good hit, thanks.
Push that engine, kid. If something goes wrong today, I want to know that your mech can maneuver.
Yeah, let's just sprint up to there. So when you sprint, you gain evasive charges, and evasive charges reduce the opponent's chance to hit by, I think it's 2 points every one of yours, but every time you get shot like that, you lose an evasion, so you can keep firing at an enemy to reduce that. So, congratulations, we're combat ready as it's going to be, so let's move out.
An impressive display, Sir Raju. Of course, this MechWarrior was a student of yours. I'd expect them to know their way around a cockpit.
And a microwave. We're very universal around here. So, allow me to introduce Kamara Arano. Hi. So, and this is also Victoria. For the time being, my father summoned me to the Picton Docks. I have fleet inspection to the family yards. Okay, no problem. So, I know the feeling, cousin. See you tomorrow, basically. Okay, yeah. Skipping all this because, quite frankly, we'll be here all day. And so they're going to be off. We have to go and do nothing else. Continue! Okay, so we have managed to do the tutorial. Go us, essentially. Come on, where's the proper stuff we're waiting for? Be nice if there's a skippy button at some point in the future. That is a nice beverage. So, is this going to be more? It is. FMV.
I remember the Oregon Reach of old, the time of the Great Expansion. I was just a boy then. Proudly we went forth, bringing the light of our coalition to so many systems.
He sounds evil.
And for what?
We're gonna call evil.
To see our great kingdom slowly waste away?
Maybe not evil, maybe just deluded.
Year after year,
or corrupt.
The council deliberates while our economy falters, and the wolves bay at every door.
Yeah, jump ships and guns, that'll
plot against us.
That'll fix the problem, I'm sure.
But I say, it can go no further. We are here today because if Lady Orano will not act, someone must.
And I guess that person is him, is it?
I know what I'm asking of you. You will face former comrades, or even loved ones, on the battlefield. I take up arms against my own niece. But remember, today we sacrifice so that tomorrow we can return our kingdom to its proper glory, to its proper strength. So should you fall tonight, know that you did so as true heroes of the Reach. To your stations, for the Directorate!
It's called the Directorate, and he's standing on a gantry making a speech. That's generally not a good thing. If you're standing on a gantry making a speech, you're either really good guys or really bad guys. There's no middle ground on that one, I think. You're not going to go there and go, can you just go at the drive-thru and get me some generic sustenance? No, don't. It's not going to happen. Okay, so dropships coming down on Coronation Day. I was going to say Coronation Street, but that would be a much more interesting series. Dropships coming down on Coronation Street. Okay, so we have well, we have now, I believe, a... Ooh, is it a lance or is it a star? Oh, this is where the crack's showing my knowledge of Battletech. There is a difference. I think it's a lance at 4 mechs and a star's 5, which is clan. I know that I'm going to get crucified if I get that wrong. Hey-ho, I think I'll sleep. So yeah, we're going to have a bunch of mechs, and this time we'll be having a little wander around, and yeah, there'll be some bad guys, and I just realised that there's a person actually standing on top of that mech. That's giving you some idea of scale, since that's actually quite a small mech. So, begin the mission. We got Mastiff, Kamara, and Generickson. I wonder if we can put the name in so it goes off the edge of the little bar there. So, I'm going to miss this, Raju, clearly on purpose. That I feel in the cockpit of the BattleMech. She really likes BattleMechs, apparently. So, what's that smoke? Oh dear, someone left the stove on. Guard post, one of the ones that's been broken by all accounts. So, let's scout ahead.
Kid, keep your head on a swivel and be ready for anything.
So, we got a Centurion. Or we got Mastiff in the Centurion. Currently, we are on we're on narrative time, I guess. So it's you can move in any order you want, and once you go into combat, you're on sort of the initiative, the structured initiative chart here. So we're investigating the guard post. So some sort of explosion looks recent too. Do you think it was an accident? No chance. Scorch marks on the rubble. Yeah, that's blaster fire, and these blast points too precise for Sand people. Only Imperial Stormtroopers are so precise. Not really. It's actually probably these guys here. We'll have a chat with these Royal Guard and see how much they lie to us. Okay, so as I said, our turn, round 2. We're not in any.
I will prove myself worthy of the faith you've placed in me.
We're not in any structured combat turn here, so we're just going to charge forward. I like that all our mechs are painted as well. By the way, this follow camera, you can alter it. My intention is to play the first couple of games with the follow camera on, just so you can see, like, you know, the cinematic bits of it and such, and then I'll probably knock it off just for the sake of speed. Because it's okay watching this, and it doesn't actually, to be fair, it doesn't take any more time watching that than when you're going from the top down, but it just might be a little bit less jarring. So if that's something you want, then let me know. So I'm just going to move down here. The problem is, oh no, I can get down there. So who's that though? I don't really want Kamara down the bottom, quite frankly. We are going to just follow up. You know, we're supposed to be escorting her. I don't really want her to be cutting point. So here we go. This is turn 5. So I'm going to get Mastiff to go into there in the trees, just in case. And you do get a cover bonus when in the trees as well. And you can see on the left-hand side, cover 25% reduction in damage taken. So, House Rano Guardsman. Hail Mastiff. Hail Lady Urano. Preparing for Lady Urano's coronation parade when we got word of a disturbance along the current road. Gabop behind us was attacked, apparently. Aye, all the way to the southern gate. Lead this way. We'll behind you and guard your 6. Tell me something, guardsman. The road is clear. Why is your BattleMech damaged? Oh, this guy does not suffer a fool gladly. Mechs are overdue maintenance, and yeah, she's called it. No, you're lying to us. My coronation day, no mech tech would have sent you out for parade duty in that condition. Damn it. Okay, we don't have time for this. Take them, he says. Yeah, you're in a panther, and is that 2 panthers? No, it's not panther. It's a panther and a Shadowhawk. Shadowhawk 35-ton, Panther 25, I think. Something like that. Either way, we've got a Centurion. I mean, come on, he could take on these himself. So let's see how that one goes. And the damage as well. So Mastiff. We have an AC-10, autocannon 10, medium range, medium damage, 2 medium lasers, and an LRM, which is long-range missiles 10. Obviously, the AC-10 and LRM are ballistic slash ammo users, shall we say. So they can run out of ammo, and the advantage of them is that they don't generate as much heat as your laser or energy weapons. But what I'm going to do, this guy here has got, the Panther's got cover bonus, so 25% I believe, 25% damage reduction, yeah, okay. But that's against the front and side, so I can actually click on that guy. Actually, can I move? Can I toggle combat? No, I'd have to actually move around the back there and shoot him. I could actually do that. I could go around the back and shoot him with everything I've got, and that would be alright. Or I could go there and shoot that guy with everything I've got and get almost 90% chance to hit. Yeah, we're going to do that one. So we're going to move forward. Also, because we're now in initiative, we're in the initiative counter here. We have to be aware of who's gone and done what. So obviously this Panther's already gone, so we don't need to worry about that for this initiative round. This guy hasn't, so we want to target him and we want to give him everything we got. Heat will be fine, so let's just fire away. There is the AC-10, which is structure exposed, and we've got an SRM-2 crit, heatsink destroyed, and head hit, pilot injured. So there you go. That was a very, very good hit. Couldn't have really asked for more. So this is going to be their turn now. The Shadowhawk, it's going to come forward, and it looks like it is going to shoot at the Centurion, a Mastiff, and there's a couple of medium lasers, LRMs, SRMs, not actually SRMs probably, SRM-6, and then hitters. I don't know the precise loadouts of these mechs. I can't remember. I'm just not. I'm not confident enough to say what's got what. The problem with this mech is that I am really a longer range one, but I'm going to pull a blackjack actually down the road and back. Oh no, we're actually going to back up around there. There used to be a backup button, but now they've just changed it so it just works out for itself, which I think is smarter. So we're going to again give it the full beans here. So you can see this guy, this Shadowhawk, their head has already been hit, so their arm is gone. You can see that we now got these hashed lines in orange. It starts off white and goes to a grey the more damage they've taken in terms of their armor. You can see this one's got 6 of 25 armor left. It shows on the top there. It also shows you what's in the different locations as well, and the components there. Also on the right hand side you can see what's got a critical. So SRM-2 has got a critical, and if it's in red it means it's just been destroyed. These ones here are now in orange and hashed out because they are we're through the armor, but we haven't obviously destroyed them yet. If we destroy the head, game over, the mech goes down. Destroy one leg, they're okay, they can still hobble around, but they will easily fall over. You destroy both, then it's game over. Either way, we're going to fire the lot, and this will probably be game over from him as well. So there's a lot of shots, there's a lot of shots, and no, didn't actually do much. Well, it did do a lot, it just sort of ground down. So we're going to get Kamara to go down. She's got load of medium lasers and a boatload of SRMs, and oh my good grief, she's going to absolutely hammer this mech. Kintaro here with a boatload of SRMs and LRMs. Not going to fire the LRM. I don't think that's... I think we're just going to generate a bit too much heat there, so we'll fire away. And this should take him out. We should be able to get that central torso down here. Okay, we didn't kill it, but we've taken the left torso and right torso off. So I believe now if I look at this, I'm not going to fire at him necessarily. Yeah, no arm. So the left torso's gone, the right torso's gone. Obviously, if the torso goes, the arm comes with it. It's pretty much a one-shot now. If I hit that with anything, it's going to fall over. It's got no weapons, though, so all it can do is headbutt me. So I could choose to do that. Instead, I'm going to probably give everything in the back here. Yeah, why not? And if we can get the good hits on the Panther, then we'll be able to kill it. No, sadly, most of it missed. There was a couple of 60%, and I know there was a 30, but it didn't work out. It was worth the risk. Anyway. So, looks like they're going to come up and they're going to punch me here. And, yeah, bang, there's a 50 damage there, but it's only on the armor, so I'm not really too worried about that one.
Armor holding.
Yeah, armor's holding, that's fine. So, we know that this is the last one to go, so we will, quite honestly, just... actually, no, I won't. I will get Genericson to fire because... she'll be able to shoot that closer range. This will kill it. Here we go. That's just going to bleed into the central torso. Yeah, there we go. Right leg destroyed. Pilot incapacitated. Yeah, all gone. The enemy mech's gone. Easy peasy. And Kamara.
Standing by.
I'm going to move to there. And actually, can I move a bit further? No. You can see you get multiple brackets. Can you see this line here? That shows you where your shots will be. So the majority of them are in the light, the more the darker one, and then it goes like more opaque and such. I'm just gonna punch him, quite frankly. I've got the tonnage bonus, and that's where the camera gets a bit dodgy. Left arm destroyed, left torso destroyed. They've lost evasive and they're unsteady. Mastiff can, yeah, fire everything. You can't hit your own mechs. Actually, am I lying about that one? Can you hit your own mechs? No, I don't think you can. I think the stray shots will just go past. There's the AC-10 misses. There's the shots in the back. SRM crit, SRM-4 destroyed.
Right through his armor.
Straight through their armor, so they've lost a left arm as well as some SRM. So it's probably going to be... Oh, it's actually running away to do nothing. It's... Oh no, it is firing. That's a larger laser, actually, that one. Never underestimate those things because they can hit like a freight train. So looks like he's done a bit of damage there. So we'll just take Kamara because quite frankly she doesn't even need to move. She's just gonna. Oh no, I'm gonna have to move because I'm not in arc. I can just swivel on this location here, but actually what I'm gonna do is go like that. And go into the other side. Actually, that is a misplay because there is no reason to do that because that side is sort of factory fresh. So I've messed up on here, but I am going to hit the back, and as you can see, right torso is gone, armor-wise, and there's almost nothing in the rear as well. So a couple of good hits there. Right torso, right arm, knockdown, right leg, and he's down. Incapacitated because when the mech falls down, you do take another point of damage to the pilot, and that's done over there. So, started Kamara, can you hear me? Alexander, we attacked the Royal Guard. My own guardsman trying to take us prisoner, yes. So it's happening there too as well in the city. Okay, so we won't let these seditionists, whoever they are, steal my birthright apparently. So go to the township, to the armory. Soldier using it as a rallying point. Okay, so let's head that way. So we will go forward and let's go. So our objective is to get to there, but I think we will leave it there for the time being. Not a bad episode, I don't think. Yes, thank you very much, Master. Yeah, not a bad one. Obviously, very tutorialized at the start, trying to set the ground. The meat of the game is going to be, as I said right at the start of the series, it's going to be sort of 3 episodes onwards, I think, when we got through more of the tutorial stuff and it's more open-ended. But really, after this mission, we get to experience more of that. So yeah, let's just see what happens next episode. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video and the series thus far, although it's only 1 episode in, so yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, then you've enjoyed the series thus far, obviously. Any comments, suggestions, etc., put them in the comments, and we will go from there. As always, thank you very much for watching, take care, and generic partings.